Sūrat Al-Kahf is the 18th surah of the Qur'an with 110 ayat. It is a Meccan surah. Contents and themes. People of the cave. The verses 9 to 26 of the chapter tell the story of the people of the cave. A few young believers lived in a time where they were tortured for the beliefs. Upon the guidance of Allah, they fled the city together where believers were prosecuted, and took refuge in a cave where they fell asleep. When they woke, they found themselves that the people of city have become believers. The story of the rich and the poor. In verses 32 to 44, the surah discusses a parable of two men, one of whom had been given blessings from God and the other poor. The rich one wronged his soul and started showing off with his wealth and noble lineage, and he had fruit. So he said to his companion while he was conversing with him, "I am greater than you in wealth and mightier in men." At the end of the parable, God destroys what he had given the man. Moses and Al-Kahf. The third main story within the chapter is that of Moses traveling to gain knowledge from another servant of God who is never mentioned by name, but according to the tafsir of Ibn Kathir is called Al-Kahf. Dul Qar 9. Finally, the surah mentions in verses 83 to 98 a man who traveled a great deal and reached the east and the west of the earth, namely, Dul Kamine. Circumstances of revelation. Muslim historian and hagiographer Muhammad bin Ishaq reported in his book Sūrat that the 18th chapter of the Quran was revealed to the Islamic prophet Muhammad by Allah on account of some questions posed by rabbis residing in the city of Medina. The verse was revealed during the Meccan period of Muhammad's life. According to Ibn Ishaq, Muhammad's tribe, the powerful Quraysh, were greatly concerned about the tribesmen who had started claiming prophethood and wished to consult rabbis about the matter. The Quraysh sent two men to the rabbis of Medina, reasoning that they had superior knowledge of the scriptures and about the prophets of God. The two Quraysh men described the tribesmen Muhammad to the rabbis. The rabbis told the men to ask Muhammad 3 questions. They said, "Ask him about 3 things which we will tell you to ask, and if he answers them, then he is a prophet who has been sent. If he does not, then he is saying things that are not true, in which case how you will deal with him will be up to you. Ask him about some young men in ancient times. What was the story? For theirs is a strange and wondrous tale. Ask him about a man who traveled a great deal and reached the east and the west of the earth. What was his story? And ask him about the rue. What is it? If he tells you about these things, then he is a prophet, so follow him. But if he does not tell you, then he is a man who is making things up. So deal with him as you see fit." Quote, according to Ibn Ishaq, when Muhammad was informed of the 3 questions from the rabbis, he said that he would have the answers in the morning but did not say, "if God wills it." For 15 days Muhammad awaited eagerly for the revelation. Muhammad did not answer the question until then. Doubt in Muhammad began to grow amongst the people of Mecca. Then, after 15 days, Muhammad received the revelation of Al-Kahf as an answer to the questions. Virtues. There is a hadith in Sahih Muslim that states that Muhammad said, "He who amongst you would survive to see him should recite over him the opening verses of Surah Kahf. Whoever reads Surah Kahf on Friday, light shall shine forth for him between the 2 Fridays."